Okay, hey guys. In this video, like I said in the previous one, we're gonna be docking small ships onto the ship's platforms, and we're gonna see how many ships we can actually fit in there. So we're gonna go with the blue small fighter ship. Docking those ships on. Okay, really have to adjust when you go from flying such a large ship and then switching to such a tiny little bug. Oops. That thing just turns so freaking fast. I'm sure you can tell that I've been flying that huge thing for so long now that I've forgotten how to fly a small ship. So as you go down, you don't want to be damaging the platform, so you don't want your dampeners to activate too much, so you go a little bit at a time until you're completely flat, like that. Then we're gonna activate the landing gear and then, whoops, yeah, turn off the power. Because last time that I tried this, I did not turn off the power, and the dampeners from the small ships that were docked on the big ship, they were actually trying to stop the ship, so they were working against me, so that now I'm turning off the power. I could have just turned off the dampeners, but whatever. So we're gonna get off and go and get another one. Good. I'm doing it this way just to show you that there's quite a bit of room to maneuver in here. It's just you do have to be careful, but you know, there is a little bit of room for mistakes. Yeah, I'm gonna go back a little bit. I don't know why I need to press the Y key twice to turn off the power. Usually you press it once, it turns off. Press it again, it turns on. Yay, managed to do it in first person almost the whole thing. It's just the landing, I really like to do that in third person. Okay. That thing is too maneuverable for me. It turns way too fast for my taste. I could probably go and, you know, dock it over there to the right of the last one I did, but I can also just dock it right here if I don't crash. Alright, so as you can see, I've docked, what, 6 ships now? And there would be room for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more of, you know, ships that same size. And that's just for this platform. There is another platform in the back that could fit pretty much as many ships as this. But just for the heck of it, I'm gonna go and spawn a Lazarus, which is a ship that I built in survival mode quite a long time ago. And this ship sadly will never make it to the workshop because there has been lots of issues with it. One of the issues that it had is this thruster right there that I'm pointing at tends to blow itself up. It's not a problem that happens all the time. I can fly this ship all day without any issues with that thruster, and sometimes I can spawn one and fly 2 minutes with it and boom, it just blows itself up. So that, yeah, this ship has been built while that problem was very common. A lot of people were having issues with thrusters that, you know, self-destructed for no reason. Well, this ship does have the problem, and it doesn't seem to be fixed at the moment. Another problem I had is when I built it, I'm going to show you right now. When I built it with rotors underneath for the landing gears. So I press 5, all the landing gears. Can't think of the word that they're retractable landing gears. So right now I'm retracting them. I guess the other way around would be deploying them. Anyway, when I built it, that's how smooth everything was. But recently, for some reason, I spawned one and the landing gears no longer retract properly. They got stuck somewhere and I had to fix it using rotor displacement. So I don't want to release a ship to the workshop if it has issues with it. And this ship has simply too many issues. I'm not willing to let people download a ship that has issues. But it's a very good looking ship, and I think it sucks that I'm not going to be uploading it, but I'm just not going to. Okay, so I'm just gonna lower myself down this way right now. So obviously, yes, it could probably fit inside and go all the way through, but if I'm going to be docking such a large ship, I'm going to be docking it just on the side of this platform right here, and I'm not going to be able to fit, you know, a lot of them. Press 6 to lock them in place, turn off the power, and the ship is docked. So you can see the size difference between Lazarus and the small fighter blue ship. Did I actually hit it? No, I don't think I hit it. Almost did though. Now I'm only doing this for the heck of it, but I would not recommend trying to transport a ship that uses rotors for the landing gears like this, because once the big ship reaches top speed, these rotors are going to start wiggling, and it's not going to take much for them to break. In fact, I'm going to show you right now. I'm just not going to save the game if anything happens, and I know something will happen. Actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to park another Lazarus right here, and I'm going to park a Phantom right next to it, which is another ship I built. And you're going to be able to see, as soon as we reach top speed, the rotors are going to break. So to transport ships like the blue ship that has fixed landing gears, that's perfect. But to transport ships like this, not a good idea. And that works, that goes for any big cargo ship like this. Any ship, period. I'm sure you can tell this ship is made out of heavy armor, so that's why it's not as maneuverable as the smaller ones. And that's how I like a ship to be. I like it to feel heavy. smaller ones, they're way too light for my taste. Also, when I built Lazarus, I made sure that the thrusters could not damage the surface that the ship is trying to land on. So right now I can trust upwards, I can trust any way I want. I'm not going to damage the platform that I'm trying to land on, and that was my goal when I built it. But hey, like I said, it has too many issues which don't seem to be occurring right now, so that's good, but still not going to the workshop. Now, Phantom is another ship that I've built quite a long time ago. I made this shortly after I was done with Lazarus. It was built in survival. And this one is also a bad build. It overloads a lot, so it doesn't have enough reactors, and that's why this one is never going to go to the workshop. It overloads way too much at high speed. Once again, it has retractable landing gears. And that is going to cause the rotors to break once the big ship reaches top speed. But once again, this ship was built to have its thrusters, whoa, what the hell? To have the thrusters high enough so that it doesn't damage the surface when it's trying to land. No, 6YT. So as you can see, I have just docked 2 ships, and there would be room for a few of those blue small fighters. Now, because of all the ships, it's lagging even more, so what I'm going to do before I take off is I'm going to turn off the lights on the outside of the ship. So, button 1 will toggle all lights outside on and off, so I'm going to turn them off, which should reduce the lag quite a bit. Now, all we want to do is take off and go at top speed with all the ships docked on the large ship. Just want to make sure I'm far enough from the platform. Safe. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because we want to be paying attention to the landing gears on these 2. So we're going to turn off dampeners for now, and then we're going to turn on the gravity propulsion. I think one of the ships already broke off. No? Not yet. It's still holding on, but I could hear something breaking off. Sorry about the lag, guys. Okay, so we still have all of our 6 blue ships, so nothing broke off so far. We're almost at top speed. Okay, so we're gonna stay in this view. Okay. Something obviously broke off. I don't know what it was, but something broke off. I think the landing gears on that one in the front, no, they're still fine. So where the hell is that sound coming from? We're only going in a straight line right now, by the way. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to start turning a little bit to the right and then to the left, and then boom, one of the rotors just broke. And soon Phantom will break as well, and then, you know, everything breaks apart. So this is why you don't want to be traveling with ships that are built using retractable landing gears or using rotors or pistons or whatever. You want to have fixed and solid landing gears. So we're going to turn on the dampeners and we're going to turn off the gravity drive. So Phantom is long gone somewhere over there, somewhere in the distance. And I'm surprised this one, nope, this one is actually breaking off right now. But if all I had were the small blue ships, this would not have happened. Okay, apparently one of the small blue ships was not docked properly and is currently flying off, so I guess they wanted to embarrass me right now. The first time that I tried to transport a cargo of all small blue ships, there were no issues with wow, bunch of parts flying off. So I guess this just goes to say, or to show, that if you're going to be transporting ships, maybe you will want to avoid going at top speed for one, and maybe you will want to avoid turning left and right for two, and maybe you will want to be careful and make sure that all of the ships are properly docked. I guess the issue with the small blue ships is they only have 2 landing gears each, so that's not a very good support. But if it had 3, for example, 2 in the back and 1 in the front, they would be better supported, and that would probably keep them from breaking like that. But anyway, this was just for the fun of it. Pretty sure there's a lot of damage here. Indeed, there is. So, yeah, there you have it. If you're going to be carrying ships, make sure they are properly docked and make sure they're not going to move. And you're going to want to avoid going at top speed as much as possible, and you're going to avoid, or you're going to want to avoid changing directions too much, because that puts a lot of stress on those landing gears, and there's always a risk that they might break off. But that's not my fault as a shipbuilder. That is the game's mechanics. So anyway, that's it for this video. In the next one, I think I'm just gonna do a very short size comparison with a couple of other ships that I'm gonna spawn right next to the deep space hauler. So see you in a bit.